Hey, it's Similolu here, and in this video I'm going to answer the question, can I make regular income trading on Binance? Well, the answer to that question is so. Now let's get right into it. I have here the Bitcoin USD chart, and I have it on a 4-hour time frame. To figure out the trend of any market or any particular stock or coin, it's usually the higher time frames that will help us see what the trend is doing. So to figure this out, we can zoom out to a 1 weekly or a daily or even a 4-hourly time frame. I'm looking at the 4-hourly time frame, and it's very clear from this 4-hourly time frame that after this period of consolidation, Bitcoin against the US dollar has been on an upward trend. So we want to figure out if the decline in price of Bitcoin is going to continue or if it's going to bounce up and reverse such that when we enter at that point of reversal, we can actually make some money. So the first thing you're going to do is to make sure you're checking the trend on a larger time frame. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to add an indicator called a trend indicator, and there's several of them, but we're going to use the RSI. The RSI is good to help us ascertain if there's a reversal in trend. Now I'm going to add the RSI indicator by going over here where it says indicators and strategies. Click on it, and I'm going to type in RSI. Once we do that, we can see that the RSI indicator shows up at the bottom of the screen. If you watch the video I've made on the RSI indicator, it will show you how to time your entries into a trade as well as your exits. The RSI indicator shows up at the bottom of the screen, and what we're looking out for, you can see in this rightmost section that the RSI indicator, not only has it dropped down to the 30 line, it's actually dropped below the 30 line. This shows a downward trend. Now, since the RSI is an indicator that shows trend reversal, the minute the line breaks up above the 30 line will be an indication that the trend has reversed and that it's now moved back into an upward trending motion. So this would be our first indication of a trend reversal. Now we're going to use our second indication of a trend reversal, and in this case we're going to use the exponential moving average. Once we've figured out the trend and we know it's an upward trend, we're going to move to the smaller time frame. And in this case, we're going to move down to the 5-minute chart, which is a smaller time frame, because on a smaller time frame, we're able to zoom in and identify the best entry point within a 5-minute interval. So on the 5-minute chart, each candlestick represents 5 minutes. And now that we've figured out we're in an upward trend, first thing we're going to do is we're going to put 2 EMAs on our chart. EMA stands for exponential moving average. And we'll click that twice. So it puts 2 EMAs on our chart. So the first EMA is up here. We'll go into settings and we'll change the thickness so we can actually see, there it is. So we can actually see our indicator clearly. And then for the second one, we're going to go to settings again. This time we're going to change it to we could leave it as the 9-day moving average actually, but I usually like to use the 8-day moving average. Again, we'll change that color. the thickness so we can see clearly what we're doing. And what we're looking for a golden cross. We're looking for a point where the smaller time frame crosses over the larger time frame. And at that very point, we're going to enter into our trade. So we're waiting for that crossover. If it crosses over, we enter into the trade. If it doesn't cross over, we don't enter into the trade. Patience is definitely one attribute that we need to be able to exercise in order to ensure that we come away with profits most of the time. Zooming in, we can see exactly the point at which it crosses over. We can see this clean crossover here. So if we were going to enter into a trade at this crossover, then we'd do it not at this candlestick, we'd do it at this candlestick. So that's what we're waiting for here. So what has happened right now is that we didn't get that cross on the first attempt, but it looks like we're getting it on the second attempt. So let's keep on watching this chart and see if our price action is going to break above the high point of this deep red candle. If we can break above it, then it's a go. We'll be entering into our trade and be looking out for our profit. So now price action has broken above the previous level of resistance. I'd enter into the trade at this point. So now we're in the trade, and all we have to do is just keep watching that green candlestick to see if it's going to get to our take profit point. And the deed is done. Well, the answer to that question is yes, you can make income on Binance. The second part of the question, which is, can the income be regular? That I cannot answer. But if I am going to answer it, I'm going to say no, it cannot be regular because the market is not regular. That is why on some days when you have wins, you got to ensure that they're big wins. And on the days when the market is just not cooperating, then you got to make sure you cut your losses. And that's the answer to the question. It's a yes, you can make income trading Binance, but it's a no, I don't think that can be regular for as long as the market is not regular. Well, that's all, folks. I hope you've gained something from this video today. And if you have, the only thing I ask before you go is that you hit that like button, comment below, even if it's just to say hi. Your comments actually help me know whether my content works for you. And if it does, what other type of content would you like to see? Well, share with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe. But most importantly, you've got to remember to hit that notification bell. That way you get my videos as soon as I upload them, and I'll meet you in the next video.